Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn with Animesh, and you are watching the part 3 of Learn Playwright with TypeScript series. So if you can remember, in the last video we have installed VS Code as a code editor, then we have installed Node.js, and then we have installed Playwright and Playwright VS Code extension. So in this video we will be understanding the files generated by Playwright command, and then we will be looking into the Playwright configuration, and then we will be looking into how to execute Playwright test using command line as well as using the VS Code extension. So let's get started. So let's go into the VS Code and see what files and folders Playwright have generated. So I am in my VS Code, you can see. So I'll start with the package.json. So package.json is a file which gets automatically created when you install third-party dependencies using npm. And as you can see here, the Playwright test dependency is the actual Playwright package which gets installed automatically by Playwright. And then types/node is a dependency. This dependency is required for a code intelligence thing, where you will be using all the type hints. This is a required dependency when you want to write code in TypeScript for any Node.js environment. So yeah, these two dev dependencies have been installed, and package log.json is just the versions which already have maintained. So this one, and node modules is also a folder which gets automatically generated when you install all the dependencies in the particular folder, and you do not have to worry about node modules, it will automatically generated. And git ignore file is automatically generated by Playwright. Now let's dive into the test folder. So if you can remember, we have used this test as a default folder for containing all the tests. So if you go inside the folder, we can see this example.spec.ts is already created. So this is a dummy test file Playwright generated, and we will be deleting this file and we'll be creating new file here when we'll be starting writing our first test. But in order to understand the test file, we can take a look at this. So spec.ts is a general convention we follow here in order to write test file. That means we are doing a spec files. So if you can see, we have imported test and expect from Playwright test. I'll be explaining what those things are, but for time being, you need to know this: each test block which is written is considered as a particular test, and you can write the description in the test and it followed by an asynchronous callback function. And now let's move on to the most important file this have generated, is the playwright.config.ts. So guys, if you can see, open this playwright.config.ts, you see there an import of define config and device from the Playwright test package. So this define config is nothing but the full Playwright configuration which Playwright will look into when you are executing, the Playwright is executing the test. And if you see, it has been exported, the define config, and under that the first thing in the line 15 is test directory name. So it has been from the root folder to the test directory. So if you rename this test directory to some other directory, then Playwright will fail to recognize the test. Then you need to update the config here as well as per your change there. Fully parallel is by default to true, so this is required for parallel testing. So when you'll be explaining the parallel testing, I'll be explaining how Playwright do parallel testing, but for now it's defaulted to true, and you can make it false, so it will run the test in sequential order. Forbid only is another thing which Playwright defaulted. So in test.only you can run a single test and you can debug if there are any issue with any of the test. But this is forbidden if you use this for test.only in CI. So if this configuration exists, then the CI build will fail. But locally it will you can debug using test.only. Retries is one of the key features in Playwright, and I'll be explaining in the next videos where how the retry capability works in Playwright. But for now, you see here the CI, if you are retrying, so retry is enabled in CI for 2 retries for each failure. It will retry twice, but in locally it will not retry anything. And the worker is parallel testing, so I'll be explaining how Playwright execute test in workers when I'll be explaining the parallel concepts in Playwright. But for now, you know that there will be no parallel execution in CI with this configuration, but locally it will use unlimited number of workers, but it will be determine those number of workers with your CPU architecture. And now comes to the report thing. So report is another key feature in Playwright. Playwright have several built-in reporters, and the default one here is the HTML one. And there are several lot of other reporters like line reporter. I'll be explaining all the built-in reporters, as well as a third-party reporter like Allure, how you can configure Allure report, and other reporters in Playwright in subsequent videos. And the use section. So this use section is used to use the base URL for the project, the trace one. This project section is one of the important parts. So by default, Playwright have created 3 different projects which uses 3 different web browser, Chrome, Firefox and Safari. So every test you write will execute through 3 different web browsers. You can create your projects and select test directory and test name as your choice. I'll be explaining this project section and deep dive into explaining the Playwright fixture and Playwright hook stuff. And scroll down, there is nothing else, everything else is commented out by Playwright. Here you can use this new projects with the mobile viewport as a Pixel 5 or iPhone 12. So I'll be showing you when I'll be showing you the cross browser testing using Playwright. Now let's move on. So next part is how can you execute test in Playwright. So there are a couple of ways you can execute test in Playwright. So one and the simpler way is to use this VS Code extension, which we have already installed in the last lecture. So if you go to this example.spec.ts, you can see there is a green execute button present. So if you click in this green execute button, it will run the test in 3 different web browser. So you can see here it has started running this in 3 different web browser. The Chromium is already executed, passed, the WebKit one is already passed, and the Firefox one is already passed. But hold on, we can't see the web browser open up, but how can this test gets executed? This is because Playwright by default runs test in headless mode, so you don't see the browsers get executed, but all the things you have written is getting executed. So when you'll be running in the CI, this is the mode where you will be executing tests using headless mode. It takes less time as well, but let's say you want to see the web browsers getting opened. So what can you do? So if you go in the VS Code in this section, you can configure show browser. So if I click here, you see there is a extension section Playwright where the project have, you can uncheck those browsers, it will execute on those. But if you check this check mark like show browser, and let's I execute this test again, now we should see the browser gets opened. So you see the test have opened Chromium, and then it should open Firefox as well. Firefox is opening, you should see the browser popped up now. Yep, Firefox have opened. This is the WebKit one. So you see the WebKit is for Safari. So all 3 browsers gets executed. And another way of executing test is through command line. So command line, if you go inside the terminal here in the VS Code, you can directly write the command here. So let's say the simple command to execute all the test is npx playwright and then test. So if you execute this command, so it will run all the test in all 3 different browsers, but definitely it will be executing in a headless mode, which is the default mode in Playwright. And you see 6 tests have passed. So now the question is, if you want to see the web browser opening, then how can you do it? So it's really easy, guys. So npx playwright, then test, and then you have to use --. Headed. So if you run this command, then it should open all 3 browsers in the headed mode. Now you will see the browsers being opened. So it automatically closed the browser, then it's executing in Firefox. So Firefox have opened and it's execution successful, and then in the WebKit. So all three things have been executed. So now there is an UI mode which we can use in Playwright. So if you use npx playwright and then test -- UI, so this will open an executor like window, and you can execute your test one by one in that particular executor, which is a really great way to debug your tests. Let's wait for this. So you can see here there is a browser, and then if I execute you want to execute a particular test here, like example.spec.ts, I just click on the execute button and it should start this testing. So here the test gets executed. So this is one of the powerful tool which I'll be showing when I'll be doing the debugging in Playwright. So you see the test have passed, and the best thing is if you just open the test like has title, you can see what happened here. So now this is the time for another check. So if you follow the tutorial, you must be knowing the answers, and I want you to comment the answers and I'll be replying if you are correct or not. And thanks guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you like the video. This is the part 3, so I'll be releasing the subsequent parts sooner. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. It will really motivate me to upload more series. So hope you are doing well, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.